Hello YouTubers, my name is Black Pluribus and I am here with an informational video on the Earth main for Naruto Online. Now here we have a character who is built around defensive skills. Unlike the other characters which focus primarily offensive, the Earth main is a little bit of a different spin on things. So we're just going to take a look today and look at his defensive stance and why people think he's OP just because of the fact that he is tanky and really hard to get rid of. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at his skills, starting from his mastery, going down to his attack, and then finally his passives. So let's start with his masteries. So his masteries you'll start with is called the Earth Style Stone Fist Jutsu, and this is basically an attack that is that's an interrupt and stops other enemies' masteries from happening, which is great, except for I don't really recommend this move over the other two. It's great if you're trying to build an interruption team and trying to be annoying, and it's great in the beginning of the game, but it sort of tapers off toward the end. Next we have the Earth Style Super Stone Fist Jutsu, and this one is basically a body slam move that attacks the entire team and then starts a combo with knockdown. And it's great because it also puts a shield on your character, which just makes you even more bulky and more tanky and more annoying to get rid of. And this will stack on top of an already placed shield, so that way you'll have even more of a shield to defend yourself with, allowing you to become that super tank that you need to be. In certain situations you'll want to not use this one and actually use the last skill you get, which is Earth Style Super Lightened Boulder Jutsu. And this will just allow all your people an extra turn. This means even your main will get an extra turn, which is great if you're using the attack passive Earth Style Petrification Jutsu, because it allows you to place the Petrification Jutsu on more people of your team and really just share the annoying defensive skill all around. But that is a skill that you're going to get later on, and it is not something that you will have right at the start. Let's look at the first move that you will be starting with is just the normal taijutsu attack. He's one of the only who are able to go ahead and use a quadruple combo instead of a triple combo, and then land the high float combo and start that combo set rolling. Most offensive mains will use triple combo. Even a water uses triple combo, and they're generally the healer. So it's just an interesting turn of events that we get the quadruple hit. Though I don't really recommend this move after you get the other two, and I'll explain why in a moment. The Konoha Hurricane. This is the one that I use the most because it allows you to attack all the front row people, and a lot of people use Hinata. And what's really cool about this repulse move is it will trigger repulse and it will hit through Hinata's shield, regardless of the animation of her blocking it. And it will start the combo, allowing you to do massive damage to Hinata and even take her out in certain situations. So because Hinata is so prevalent in teams, same with Neji, I tend to use him in this formation from now. But I think I'll eventually switch over to the Earth Style Petrification Jutsu, which is what I talked about earlier. The only reason why I don't use this is because I'm using Kabuto in my current playstyle, and I don't like having two people not being able to attack. Because if one or two of my people go down, then it becomes a game of I can't attack, Kabuto can't attack, so then we're just sitting there waiting for the time to run out, and I don't like to do that. But it's a very good skill, and I highly recommend it. And A lot of people call this one OP, used with the Earth style Super Light and Boulder Jutsu, just because you get that applied to multiple things. And another tip with this is it does apply on clones. So if you have a large clone army or using Sasori and you want to keep him alive, you can place this out and it will activate on your clones or puppets, and it'll keep them in a nice sustained state. Now let's go down to the passives. So the first row of passives aren't really going to make a huge difference here. You have a repulse to knockdown, a high float to knockdown, or a knockdown to low float. So really it's just situational for your team. The only one out of these three is Primary Lotus will cause ignition on your opponent, which is very useful in combat because it gives them that status effect that cannot be healed away by every healer. Karen and Kabuto cannot remove the burn from the ignition, causing it to be super annoying to Kabuto and Karen teams. That being said, it can be healed away by more skilled healers such as the water main or anybody who removes debuffs. So just a thought here, try to use this one if possible, but really you're just trying to go with what can my main combo with. He's not going to be a main damage dealer on your team, so it really doesn't matter too much. Next we have Bottomless Force, which gives you a super armor for one turn, and with the super armor you're not able to take any damage, which is not very good honestly, because with the tank you're gonna last out there for multiple turns. I guess if you wanted to use it in junction with trying to make sure that you can put up your shields before getting hit, that would work, but really it's not worth the trade-offs. Pose of Duel is really good, and this is the one that I almost always use because it increases your ninjutsu and your attack abilities by 50%. Well, sorry, it increases them significantly, and as long as you are above 50% health, then you are able to keep the added benefit no matter how many rounds you're in. Where the Earth style only works on Earth mains. So if you have a team of water, fire, lightning, and wind users, and you just have your Earth main, this will only bonus your Earth main, and it'll only last for 5 rounds. Where if you're keeping your tank up and heal and really getting a good protective flow like you should with this team, you should be able to keep that consistent 50% health and keeping that pose of duel. Next, the final row, and these are considered the more OP skills, is the Unyielding, which allows you to revive yourself whenever you die. You come back alive in this unyielding state, and you can trigger that once a turn. So you basically become Toby. But the problem with this is that it is not Steel Body. Steel Body will allow you to become immune to combos basically, which is amazingly annoying for all opponents. So highly recommend using Steel Body over Unyielding, because whenever you have this, everybody will curse you out because they cannot deal with you, and your Earth shield's building up on you all the time from, say, your Earth style Super Fist Jutsu and your Earth Petrification Shield. You'll keep yourself in a shielded state that the entire team will have to work together to either burn you down, or they'll have to poison and try to break through your shield with the entire team to get you to go down, because you won't be able to be comboed, and that will take forever to break your shields down. The last is the Earth style Boulder Jutsu. Now for each turn you get a double crit chance at random, and it provides an extra standard attack. So basically you get an extra attack, and really I don't see a use for this. Steel Body is the go-to one for all Earth style users here, because it is a combo negation and you are a tank, and nothing here in the entire build screams I'm a damage dealer, so why would you care about an extra turn? So that's just me. I highly recommend almost going straight up and down this whole thing, maybe adjusting like so that way you have the Earth style petrification jutsu on there too. If you can keep this build and use it, you'll do lots of damage and you'll just be a real pest on the battlefield. Hello YouTubers, I just want to thank you for watching the video today. We put a lot of time and effort into our videos and try to take out and reshoot the videos over and over again to make sure that we're bringing the best quality information for you guys. We also are a smaller YouTuber, so it's a little harder for us to get recognized, and so any views that we get is a big help for the channel. So if you guys wouldn't mind liking and subscribing, we'll keep having this Naruto online content for you guys, and we're going to try to keep informational videos on the other 4 elements coming, as well as some other things that we have planned in the future. Until next time, glory to Lady Kaguya.